Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another third-party unlicensed 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review. Today, we're taking a look at the Present Toys Future Warrior, aka Arnie as the T-800 based off his appearance in T2. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. I have popped the link to their site in the description below. For your reference purposes only, this is by no means a promotional video. This is a review on an unofficial, unlicensed figure that I picked up for my own personal collection. While you are down in the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button, so you're notified as soon as a brand new review goes live on the channel. As for the box art, pretty self-explanatory. We've got some techie stuff top and bottom, an endoskeleton skull for some reason, which is weird, seeing as though this is not the endoskeleton version of Arnie, T-800, and some other mumbo-jumbo. This box, by the way, is really nice and compact. Usually with Terminator figures, seeing as though they are larger, Arnie is a huge dude, even in 1/6 scale, the boxes are also larger. Not this time, Present Toys has made this box as compact as possible. While it's not going to be as lavish of an unboxing experience as, say, the DX10 or DX13 by Hot Toys, having a smaller box is not a bad thing. It means you can get right to the good stuff, and in storage or in your cupboard or under your bed or wherever you keep your boxes, this smaller box isn't going to take up anywhere near as much space as those other two releases. On the side of the box, the Present Toys logo. Around the back, some honeycomb patterns, more techie stuff, warnings, legal info, made in China, all that usual stuff. Underneath the slipcover, that's better, an image of Arnie. And I do like that it's made up of zeros and ones, very Terminator-esque. Well done, Present Toys. T-800 and the same mumbo-jumbo from the front of the box. On the side, another Present Toys logo. On the back, oh, what do you know, more warnings and legal info. This is some crazy efficient packaging design. He takes up every available millimeter of space in the clam tray. His arms are even spilling over the edges of the darn thing. First in-hand impressions? The outfit looks good. The body feels nice and sturdy. I do have some thoughts on the head sculpt, and we will get there. What we are going to do now, though, is get all of his accessories, there are more down below, laid out in the light box, and take a closer look at everything he comes with. Starting off with the display base. They have kept it simple, nobody's denying that. They could have gone crazy with a diorama display base. They didn't, they went oval style, and I can't fault that. Up top, we have the endoskeleton in the background, an HK, Arnie, and T-800. The color palette with the red eyes on the blue background, it's pretty sharp. Up top, an adjustable crotch grabber. Usually, Present Toys recast as much as possible from the figure they're trying to replicate. In this instance, it's the DX10 by Hot Toys. This grenade launcher, yeah, it's an exact copy of the Hot Toys one. It opens in the same way with a hole in the barrel so you can slot a grenade in there. You can adjust the sight up and down, and you can adjust the sling. It's got a little buckle on the back so you can make it tighter or looser, up to you. Got this wood grain detail on the stock and on the underside of the barrel. Compared to the Hot Toys version, it is night and day. The Hot Toys one, it looks so much sharper. There's silver dry brushing everywhere, the grip around the back of the stock just looks better, and you even have some dirt and grime on the surface. Something that Present Toys actually improved on over the Hot Toys DX10? The grenades. This time they are real metal. They look better, they've got that luster, that sheen to them, and they feel super premium. And heavy, because, you know, they're metal. Whenever a figure comes with a bag, I like to use it to store their extra hands. Especially when it's a big one like this one. You can open up the zippers, all the pockets are functional, this one's actually Velcro. Take out the foam padding, pop the hands in there, and then when you want to change the pose from time to time, you don't have to go rifling through the box or your accessory tubs. They are already going to be on the figure in this bag. You don't even have to have him holding this, you can just pop this behind or nearby the display base as some set dressing. His glasses aren't actually copies of the Hot Toys ones, they're Present Toys' own sculpt. You've got the line work down the side, and the lenses, they are translucent, so if you light him correctly, you should be able to see his eyes through them. The pistol, looks good, and it has a lot of functionality. You can slide the hammer back, you can also slide the top part back, and you can remove the magazine with some painted bullet detail up top. The only complaint I have is it's just super clean. There's no oil stain in the crevices, and there's no silver dry brushing. Thank goodness they've added some dry brushing to the bullet belt at least, and there are washers in the crevices, not to mention all of the bullets are individually painted in gunmetal. So this looks good. It's removable from the minigun if you don't want it there. Then the gun itself does have rotating barrels. There are some little wires around the back. Not much paint to speak of, just a little dot of red for the button on the back of the handle. Then you also have some gunmetal on the back of this little barrel. Compared to the Hot Toys version, once again, night and day. The Hot Toys one, it looks way dirtier, way grimier. You've got washers and you've got just so much dry brushing. I'm really not sure why they don't have more paint on these things. They are stealing these molds. They're doing recasts from Hot Toys, including the hands. So they should have room in the budget for more paint applications. The hands look good, they're nice and matte, you've got wrinkling down the bottom where they've been cinched around his wrist. But these aren't present toys molds, they're just copies of the Hot Toys hands. What we are going to do now though is get the T-800 himself out here. Standing straight up and down in the light box, no crazy poses or accessories or anything like that. Well, except for the sunglasses, which I think do need to be on, and you'll find out why in just a second. I think I know why you're watching, by the way. You're either thinking to yourself, do I sell my DX10 to get this? Do I upgrade from a disintegrating DX10 with a broken neck connector and ankle joints like mine? Or maybe you just want something different, something that not everyone is going to have in their collection. A lot of people who collect Terminator, they will have the DX10. But they might not have this one. Potentially for good reason. He's good. He is not perfect. He is so far from perfect, I don't even know what to call him. From a distance, he looks passable. He's big, he's beefy, the proportions are fine. The body, it fills out the outfit, and the outfit might be real leather, it also might not. I am not entirely sure. The only complaint that I have at a distance is that something is off about the neck, and we will dive into what that is right now, actually. Up close and personal, kicking things off with the T-800's head sculpt. It's not terrible. It's also not fantastic. From certain angles, okay, yes, it looks like Arnie right there, that expression is spot on. And from a technical perspective, it is well done. There's skin texture sculpted and painted with that speckling on the surface to mimic complexion with multiple layers of paint. Got 5 o'clock shadow. The hair is even painted well with washes in all of the strands and some highlights just to bring out that sculpt work, add some depth to it. And the glasses fit well. The complaints? Well, where do I begin? First of all, his neck is far too short, and that's not the fault of the body. The neck is fine. It's even sculpted and painted well. It's just this stupid neck connector is far too short. It doesn't even reach the top of the head sculpt. If the sculpt could sit right around there, that immediately looks so much better. But it can't. It sits all the way down here, and it makes him look stumpy and derpy and just weird looking. Now, when you remove the glasses, unfortunately, it does get worse. His eyes are very sunken in. It makes his forehead look huge, and it throws off the likeness immediately. I would display this guy every single time, every day of the week, with the glasses on. And it's the more iconic look for the Terminator anyway, so you're probably going to want to do that. If you switch out the neck connector and raise up the head sculpt a little bit, maybe this guy will be a really solid Terminator in your collection. Compared to the DX10 head sculpt, oh, it's night and day. The Hot Toys head sculpt, it is the clear winner, at least for me. Even the detail in the hair with the individual strands, the thinness of the jaw, the expression, the paint applications, I think the DX10 takes the win. But removing the DX10 from the equation, if you go ahead with the neck mod, could this guy work as your Terminator? Potentially. Look, the long and the short of it is only you will know if this guy's going to be good enough for your collection. My job is just to show you the figure and then you can make up your own mind. He does have a grey shirt on, so it's Arnie from the later half of T2, not the black shirt from the start of the movie. His body is huge. He's got defined pecs, he's got defined ab muscles, you can feel them through the shirt. Over the top of the shirt, he does have his black leather or pleather jacket. Still not sure, jury's out on that. I am hoping it's real leather. It feels nice and soft and supple. There's this grain on the surface. And Present Toys is known for using real leather. So chances are it is the real deal. You do have some proper metal hardware, the zippers, the buckles, the belt buckle, even this zipper. It is a real pocket and it's also made of real metal. I don't have any complaints with the body, the size, the bulk of it, or the outfit. It looks great to me. The belt with the lines across the front, top and bottom, that is accurate. They're supposed to be there. So it's not just a stock random 1/6 scale belt. It is specific to the Terminator. For the pants, they're nice and tight on the thighs. Arnie does have big thighs. He was a bodybuilder after all. And you do have some stitched line work. Now there is wrinkling down the bottom, which I think adds to the look. If they were completely skin tight and smooth, it would make his legs look skinnier, it would impact articulation, and they would look less realistic. His boots do end right around here, which I think might be too high. Also, these zippers down the sides, they're real, so you can undo them if you would like a little bit more range of motion out of the boots. There's some sculpted texture on the surface, there's even some weathering, some dirt and grime. Then on the underside, some fully sculpted tread that has been painted. Very quickly, if you are hoping to use the DX10 head sculpt with this body, you will have to do a little bit of modding, just a teeny amount, and then yes, it will be compatible. This internal neck connector is the wrong size. The ball joint plug is too small for the DX10 head sculpt. When you do replace it and then you pop this head sculpt on there, it will sit a little bit lower. I reckon that's going to be a massive upgrade to this guy. For a quick side-by-side comparison, on the left, the Present Toys Terminator, which I'm sure you could tell, and on the right, Hot Toys DX10. DX10 is a lot older. Somehow, it's still so much better. The outfit is real leather, 100% confirmed, we know that. The shirt is much lower cut, and I think a more accurate color to the movie. The boots look nicer, the proportions I think are more accurate, and the head sculpt, it's a night and day difference. If you can get the DX10, just do it. Save yourself the hassle with the Present Toys one. The Hot Toys one is so much better. Then again, the Present Toys one is readily available, it's a lot cheaper, and it's not awful. The head sculpt still looks like him, the proportions are big and bulky if that's what you're after, and the outfit, it's pretty spot on. Going over articulation, your guess is as good as mine as to how this guy's going to pose. I don't know if this is a copy of the Hot Toys Terminator body or Present Toys' own creation. Starting off with the head sculpt, don't forget it's on that stupid neck connector that's not properly attached, so I'm going to be careful not to drop the darn thing. Going forward to there, going up to there I guess before it falls off, swivel and pivot side to side. The arms will go up to there, going forward and back on soft ratchets, butterfly joint at the shoulder that hinges up and down. Swivel at the bicep, double bend at the elbow going just past 90. Then for the wrist peg, a hinge and swivel. The torso crunches forward and back, swivels and pivots. The legs will go forward to there, going out to there, swivel at the upper thigh, double bend at the knees going just past 90. And lastly for the ankles, the boots are sculpted to be quite high and they are not split cut boot designs. That means you only really get swivel. Wrapping up on Present Toys T-800 Future Warrior Terminator. Yeah. He's not very good. Look, he's not awful. If you want a Terminator and you don't have the DX10, then heck yeah, go ahead and get this. If you do have official Terminators, either from T1 or T2, DX10, DX13, even the MMS Rosebox one, they're all going to be better than this one. No question. Hot Toys tailoring, the head sculpts, the accessories, it's just all better. When you go official, usually the quality is better. Sometimes third-party companies can surprise us, and they can beat out official companies when it comes to quality. This time, it just didn't happen. I'm a massive Terminator fan, and with this review, I could have done it one of two ways. I could have done what I did, which is compare it constantly to the DX10, because I do want you to have all the information available as to what is out there. The DX10 is superior than this, and I didn't want to hide the fact that that's the case. Or I could have reviewed it in a vacuum and pretended like the DX10 wasn't a thing, and then maybe it would have been a passable Terminator. That's still where I would have left it. I am not blown away with this guy, even trying to imagine a world where the DX10 is just not a thing. That head sculpt, the fact that it sits so low down on that neck connector, it just ruins this guy for me. And lacking all of that extra detail on the weapons, that's something that does grind my gears. So, if you want a backup Terminator in the background of your display, maybe this is the one for you. I personally would suggest going with the official every day of the week. Present Toys, you have some hits. This time, it's a miss. Now, I got mine from toyswonderland.com. I have popped the link in the description below for your reference purposes only. This is by no means a promotional video. If it was, I would be failing at my job because I just told you that it's not very good. While you're down in the description, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you in the next video.